if he's thinking on those lines, I think.
Also good to see a slip in place. It tells you
it should just still be enough in the ball to be able to assist him. And that's when he's at his most dangerous.
You'd think he's already bowled 10 overs.
Looking at him, it's raining.
Great economy rate in his T20 career. 6 for 17 at best.
The wetter the ball gets as it goes on the outfield is going to take away the swing, but I think at the moment right now there should just still be enough in the ball to be able to assist him. And that's when he's at his most dangerous, when he does get the ball to tail back in towards the right-handers.
Fernando just works it into the onside. That's running away for 4. My 11th circle, champion shot indeed.
What timing? The length was there. He got into a good position. Was well balanced in the crease. Just angling the bat at the last moment to be able to place that ball away from the fieldsman. Easy pickings.
One of the features yesterday, not just the fact that the ball was coming on the bat, but also the speed of the outfield. And even though the outfield is on the damp side already tonight, it's still going nice and quickly across the turf.
70-yard boundaries here in Hambantota. That's 64 meters. Couple of balls ago. Here she comes. Go ball or come ball. It's come ball. Come.
I had a call from a friend of mine today that the boundary is very small. I said, no, it's a huge venue. That's why the boundary looks small. Actually 70 yards long.
There's nothing wrong with that size boundary at all. 64 metres or 70 yards, nothing wrong with that at all. That's absolutely fine. There we go. The wheels of our buggy are nice and damp.
Look at the wheels, it's wet. That's an indication of how much dew is out there already.
Tracking.
But great pictures.
It was hiding actually about half an hour ago. I was too scared I was going to get hit by a Freddie.
Oh no, never in danger because the ball was flying way behind it.
Good point. Change of pace.
I like the approach of these two batsmen. Showing game awareness. They're not giving any chance to the opposition to come back into this game.
And just quietly, this was really good work from Mohammad Amir. Bound you up the second ball. That's the required situation, going at 8.97 now. Mohammad Amir getting a bound of his second ball, but since then he's bowled really well and has tracked it back superb. That's really good stuff from Mohammad Amir. 13 for none. Mentioned before, our broadcast partners is Fernando Fernando comes into the attack, and I was saying that I'm sure that one of our viewers watching on Sky, Peter Moores, of course former England coach, is glued to this broadcast because his son is the keeper batsman for the Jaffna Stallions, and it looks like he had the pads on as well to come in next. Did that pretty well. He's got underneath it as well, and it's one bouncing on for 4.
Good usage of the feet. Panuka wasn't afraid to come down the track, got to the pitch of the ball and decided that he's going to take the aerial route, and efficiently done.
Brilliant thinking though. You're giving respect to Mohammad Amir, so you have to take someone else on. Asitha Fernando's first delivery that he's bowling, he's come down as much as what Bhanuka Rajapaksa did when he was taking on Shoaib Malik. That's Tom Moore's in next.
There you go, Peter. Underneath that one. That's going all the way for 6. That is a beautiful shot.
And just hitting through the line. Very good from Minod Bhanuka. And straight away they've caught up with the previous over. So you can do it in T20. Cricket. Even though it's a shorter time, look at it as 120 balls. It ends up being a long time. You can work your way into it.
Yeah, this is good batting from the youngster. Making sure he pulled his weight back in order to hit the ball in the air. Pressure. Already on Gall Gladiators.
What does Fernando do? He's got the deep square leg. The third man is still out. He's allowed only 2 fielders outside the circle.
It's a tough call, isn't it? That's what they've got to do. It's pitching outside leg, I think, for starters. Also might have gone a little bit high as well. Apart from that, was pretty close.
Pickup shot, he's missed out. Trying to get it behind square. They're not interested. The timer is wasting its time.
Yeah, after hitting the ball through the line, batsman was expecting that it's going to be a short pitch delivery. The length wasn't to employ that stroke. That's why he faltered and had the bowler interested in that.
He knew it as well.
Asitha Fernando, one for the future. Gets it through, bowls around the 140 mark. He's in the system and being closely watched.
Oh, that's fine.
That's wide.
It is wide. I thought there might have been something on that, but no, it just slid down the leg side and went for 4.
No chance for the keeper. It swung that much. Asitha Fernando, Lairu Kumar, you've heard of. Rolling the same under-19 team that represented Sri Lanka not too long ago. Avishka Fernando. A good crop of young players coming through.
Pitching just outside the line of leg stump. Therefore, it doesn't need to go any further. Would have gone over the top of the stumps as well, so no need to look at that though. As soon as the pitch is outside the line leg stump, it finishes right there. Halfway through the 3rd over.
Yeah, Fernando's got all the ingredients to become a good fast bowler. He's got a good run-up, economical action. He can swing the ball as well.
Who was the first quick bowler for Sri Lanka? Genuine quick bowler, Ross?
Well, in Test cricket, I'd say Ramesh Ratnayaka. He was sharp.
I remember him, he was. Nice guy.
He was deceptive as well. Didn't have a clean action. I remember that game in Australia where he injured Larry Gomes and then Richard Richardson. No, he bowled really well there, and he actually surprised Clive Lloyd as well. Sir Clive Lloyd, I should have said.
And Sir Richard Richardson.
Thank you for correcting me,
And Larry
Mikey.
Gomes. I used to love watching Larry Gomes back amongst those guys. He did a job all the time, Larry Gomes.
comeback from Asita Fernando. 3 dots to end that over. It's 29 for no loss.
Are you an investor? Big investment? Welcome to ODDUP. ODDUP caters to B2B market segment, providing indispensable resource, data and analysis, and exhaustive deep dives of varied ecosystems across the globe. With its multiple offerings, ODDUP can be used as a tool for financial analysis to fulfill the investor need of real-time monitoring of startup movement. Unlock the business insight with your analysis partner. Rise with ODDUP.
In those regions right at the top. That's gone for 6. That is a very good shot indeed. Picked it up superbly.
Vinod Bhanuka. Will be mentioned that he was showing respect to Mohammad Amir. Well, what respect? Look at that. They just played with will, no fear.
Talk about improvisation. And the most important thing about that stroke was he kept the eyes on the ball and played the ball, employed that stroke at the last moment.
And it's also the first ball of the over. There's a real opportunity to step on the gas here.
And the start also forces Afridi to use Amir early. That's a benefit towards the end of the innings.
Well, I like that. They're very confident. Extremely confident. Up goes the finger, that's why.
Slower delivery. Vinod Bhanuka again trying to flick it onto the onside and he perishes. That was a good catch. Rarely carried. But Azam Khan just able to get underneath it. And just as the Jaffna Stallions were trying to make a move, Amir strikes.
That's what you expect from Mohammad Amir. He's a wicket-taking option and certainly obliging the captain. A short stay from Vinod Bhanuka. He perishes after scoring 18 runs. It's 35 for 1 now.
Tom Moores for the Jaffna Stallions. He is in now. Strike rate of 139 in his T20 cricket career. 64 games. Averages tidy. 650s. Highest score of 80 not outs for Yorkshire at Trent Bridge versus Yorkshire. Trent Bridge. Swing and a miss first up.
Plays for Nottinghamshire in England. The wicket. Slower delivery through the shot. It's a bottom edge, really.
See, that's the problem with his batting. When he's looking to pull the ball, look at his back foot. Not moved at all. That's where he has to improve. He's a decent talent, no doubt about it. Bhanuka.
I'll tell you what, it's lucky that Mohammad Amir turned around there at the last minute. Now, I'm only mentioning that because that's what all the bowlers are supposed to do. But there's one thing that is awarded. Throughout this tournament, that's the Cycle Incense Fair Play Award. And points are awarded. One of the categories is respect towards the umpire. in that follow-through, if he hadn't turned around and appealed to the umpire, maybe the umpires wouldn't have taken too kindly to that. I don't know. But in the old days, it was never an issue. The bowlers just run through and they knew it was out. But it was good to see him turn around and actually appeal to the umpire.
Yeah, you have to ask if you want something.
Asked and it will be given. When I asked, no one gives.
Change your style of asking, mate. Sound more humble.
Lots of young players in the squads awaiting their chance, an opportunity, great experience. My 11 circle, Lanka Premier League.
What have we got there, Russ? Bats.
Are you serious?
What are they?
Eagles. I'm told. 4 gone, 36 for 1.
Again, we'll just have a look at those broadcast partners. Try and get through this now. ITN in Sri Lanka, PTV and Geo in Pakistan, K-Sport in Bangladesh. Also Sony in Bangladesh, Sportsmax in the Caribbean, Sky Sports, New Zealand, UK and Ireland, Willow TV in the USA. That's a top edge. It is going to be safe though. Thanks to all those broadcast partners around the world that are taking these telecasts. And I'm sure you're providing plenty of entertainment for your viewers.
This will be an interesting battle. Dhananjaya coming back into the attack. Tomo is the left-hander. Could take a little bit of time to get used to the pace of the wicket. So that's a good move from Afridi. Good early call. Just keep the scoreboard moving. It's not all about the big shots. Jafna Salian's coach, Tilina Kandambi, he's got a slight smile on his face. He's on the right of his screen. Played cricket for Sri Lanka, a very good mid-order bat.
the owners of the Jaffna Stallions. Deep in conversation. Looking pretty intense up there.
Well ball, Akila. Good check, brother, good check.
Oh, the leg break, so he's getting out all the skills, Akila Dhananjaya.
Well ball, Akila.
Yeah, they require wickets, and plenty of them. So there is no point holster your weapon. Use it. Poor delivery. Ill-directed delivery. Easy pickings. All a batsman had to do was just help the ball on its way.
He dropped his arm and fired that in. Thomas. Yeah, that's a welcome delivery. You'd like one of those early in your innings to get you going, feel better, breathe better. My 11th circle. Champion shot.
For the 24-year-old. Some people rate him very highly, actually, in England. It's going to be interesting to watch his career as it unfolds. He looked very tidy with the gloves. Squeeze that away as well. That's very impressive. That's another very good shot indeed. That's a My 11 Circle champion shot.
Initially, he was looking to play that delivery towards extra cover. Thought it's too close to him, opened the face of the bat and placed it beautifully for yet another My 11 Circle champion stroke.
That certainly was, and what I like about him is he's got quick wrists. The way he flicks it to gather that pace, that would mean he could back himself to score in slower conditions. That's a good skill to have.
Well ball,
He's got a couple of
Akila.
boundaries, can afford to dot it up.
He's
Five
well
gone.
coached.
48 for 1.
Are you looking for the next big investment? Welcome to Oddop. Oddop caters to B2B market segment, providing indispensable resource, data and analysis, and exhaustive deep dives of varied ecosystems across the globe. With its multiple offerings, Oddop can be used as a tool for financial analysis to fulfill the investor need of real-time monitoring of startup movement. Unlock the business insight with your analysis partner. Rise with Oddop.
For 1, 5 overs completed, going at 9.6 runs at the moment. The Jaffna Stallions, the original rate was 8.8. They're requiring now a little more than 8.5. Fernando and Moores, the batsman, together. Fernando has struggled a bit, 7 of 14 balls. Hasn't really looked smooth here Mickey?
No, he hasn't. He hasn't got himself going just yet. He kind of needs that one boundary just to get that momentum and flow into his batting. I just hope he doesn't throw it away, because if he fights through this period, he'll be fine.
Nice single taken. Brings up the 50. Now for Jaffna Stallions. And they're moving along nicely in this run chase. I mentioned to Moin Khan the loss of 4 wickets through the middle phase of the innings. That is something that Jaffna will not want to do, because that just stymies your momentum, your run rate, and you don't want to put pressure on yourself in the last 5 overs.
On the subject of Fernando, obviously the Gol Gladiators opened the bowling with spin. And we've known that Avishka Fernando is not fond of spin earlier on. Loves the ball to come onto the bat. So do you think that could have kind of broken his momentum and make him struggle a little bit?
No, I think he's worked damn hard on playing of spin bowling. Grant Flowers worked a lot with him in the Sri Lankan setup to get him sweeping and just to give him different options. But all he needs is just a little bit of flow. He needs to get a boundary just to get himself going.
Well, Avishka Fernando is another Asita Fernando is another prospect, I believe, that the Sri Lankan selectors are looking at. High 130s, Mickey, and played with the under-19. Your thoughts about this young fast bowler?
Yeah, we've worked quite a lot with him. I know David Saker's quite excited about him. He is quicker than you think. He hits the bat very hard. He's skiddy. He's a short little fellow, so he skids it onto you, and is a lot quicker than you actually think.
I know that Lahiru Kumara and Asita Fernando were 2 fast bowlers that most people were looking at to pair together at one stage.
Yeah, look, Asita Fernando, I certainly think in conditions that offer you a little bit, perhaps in England, in New Zealand, places like that where the ball just seems. He bowls stump to stump with the ball angling back at you, and with a little bit of seam movement, it gives him a real chance. Whereas a guy like Lahiru Kumara, 150 Ks, I'm looking forward to watching him tomorrow. He's got genuine pace, and he's just an out-and-out strike bowler.
On the pads, he is very confident, but not umpire Hannibal. It's 51 for 1, and we've just seen 6 overs completed. Shahid Afridi, Akila Dhananjaya has been given a break. Afridi, I always thought that Afridi will be a real challenge as a bowler, because he has so much of variety. He's quicker ball, he's quick through the air, and the experience he carries. 342 wickets, 320 matches.
Yeah, the key to a really good spin bowler for me is a guy that challenges both edges. Shahid Afridi does that. He's got the leg break that challenges your outside edge. He's got a good googly and a slider that challenges your inside edge. He's the all-round package.
He also has a real nasty, quick delivery.
He does. I've seen him bowl that a couple of times. The poor keeper.
So Fernando on strike. See, I somehow feel, Mickey, you know better than all of us about Avishka Fernando. And the fact that he doesn't seem to like spinners bowling at him earlier on.
No, he's okay against spin. He just needs to get his flow here. I like the fact he hasn't thrown it away yet, and he's working through this.
Which is actually good news. But we can take a look at that LBW shout of Asita Fernando. They were very, very confident.
Pitch outside the line of leg stump. I think height as well would have been a factor and a question mark, hence the umpire not ruling in favor of the appeal.
Yeah, good decision in the end, and when it pitches outside the line of leg, it just ends right there. So he's got it spot on.
.52 for 1. Required rate of 9. Moores has a big responsibility here to score at a decent rate, because as we saw, Fernando is struggling a bit with his strike rate. So pressure for him, how he absorbs that and respond, will be crucial in terms of them getting this target.
Now, question to you guys. You know that the My 11 Circle app, my11circle.com app, offers the opportunity of a fantasy team. Now, do you reckon that fans should download it and have Afridi as a fantasy player?
Oh yes, he's in my team.
I think you get more points for player performing and being captain as well. So if you pick Shahid Afridi as a captain, I think you double your points, if I'm not mistaken.
So what you do is, in this my11fantasy.com, my11 Circle fan app, in that fantasy team, you'll make him captain as well if you were picking a fantasy team, is it?
I was just suggesting that if you select Afridi as captain in your fantasy team, you can double your points. And today, 58 in quick time, definitely he is someone that you should have selected. And if you did select him as captain,
Tom, that's what you need to download. That's the app you need to download. Turning out to be a very good over. Just 3 runs off it. It is 54 for 1.
Are you looking for the next big investment? Welcome to Oddop. Oddop caters to B2B market segment, providing indispensable resource, data and analysis, and exhaustive deep dives of varied ecosystems across the globe. With
Right, it's a tight game here. 122 of 78 balls, 9 wickets standing. A lot of firepower to come. But we've also seen a very spirited effort on the field by the Galle Gladiators.
Yeah, they're not giving up. They're working damn hard. They have the ability, and they have started to put a little bit of pressure on the Jaffna Stallions. The one thing, just to go back to Vishka, he's 10 off 20 here. As long as he takes it deep, the run rate is still under control at the minute. As long as he takes it deep, he gets him into a good position. If he throws it away now, that